The Life of Cleopatra, Egypt's last pharaoh. Cleopatra VII, commonly known as Cleopatra, the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt. Her life, marked by political cunning, romantic liaisons, and ultimate tragedy, has captivated historians and the general public for centuries. In this comprehensive overview, we delve into the life of Cleopatra, exploring her rise to power, relationships with Roman leaders, and her lasting legacy. Introduction. Cleopatra VII, often simply known as Cleopatra, remains one of history's most iconic and enigmatic figures. Born in 69 BCE, she was the last active ruler of the Ptolemaic Kingdom of Egypt, a dynasty that traced its origins to Ptolemy I, one of Alexander the Great's generals. Cleopatra's life was a blend of political maneuvering, romantic entanglements, and dramatic clashes with some of Rome's most powerful leaders. Her intelligence, political savvy, and charismatic leadership left a profound impact on both Egyptian and Roman history. This comprehensive exploration of Cleopatra's life aims to shed light on her journey from a young princess to the last pharaoh of Egypt and her enduring legacy. Early life and ascension. Cleopatra was born in Alexandria in 69 BC, into the Ptolemaic dynasty, a family of Macedonian Greek origin that had ruled Egypt since the death of Alexander the Great. Her father, Ptolemy XII Elites, ensured she received a comprehensive education, typical of the Macedonian Greek elite. Cleopatra was proficient in several languages, including Greek and Egyptian, and was well-versed in mathematics, philosophy, oratory, and astronomy. Upon the death of her father in 51 BCE, Cleopatra, at the age of 18, ascended to the throne alongside her younger brother Ptolemy XIII, as per Egyptian tradition. However, their co-rule was fraught with tension, and Cleopatra soon found herself in a power struggle with her brother and his advisors. This internal conflict was exacerbated by external pressures, notably from Rome, which had significant interests in Egypt due to its rich resources and strategic location. Reign and political strategy. Cleopatra's early reign was marked by her determination to solidify her power and stabilize Egypt's economy, which was suffering from years of mismanagement. Her political strategy was characterized by shrewd alliances and calculated risks. Recognizing the might of Rome, Cleopatra sought to align herself with powerful Roman leaders to secure her position. In 48 BCE, after being exiled by her brother's supporters, Cleopatra aligned herself with Julius Caesar. She famously had herself smuggled into his presence rolled up in a carpet. This bold move led to a pivotal alliance. Caesar helped Cleopatra defeat her brother's forces, and she was reinstated as the ruler of Egypt, now co-ruling with another younger brother, Ptolemy XIV, whom she later married, in accordance with Egyptian custom. Cleopatra's relationship with Caesar extended beyond the political. They became lovers, and in 47 BCE, Cleopatra gave birth to Ptolemy XV, commonly known as Caesarion. Cleopatra used her relationship with Caesar to consolidate her power further and strengthen Egypt's position. During her visit to Rome, Cleopatra was treated with great honor, although her presence caused a scandal among the Roman elite due to her relationship with Caesar, who was already married. Relationship with Julius Caesar. Cleopatra's affair with Julius Caesar was not just a romantic liaison but a strategic alliance that significantly benefited her reign. Caesar's support helped Cleopatra defeat Ptolemy XIII and secure her throne. The relationship also had economic implications, as Caesar facilitated trade agreements that boosted Egypt's economy. Cleopatra's time in Rome was marked by both admiration and controversy. She lived in Caesar's villa, and her exotic presence fascinated the Romans. However, Caesar's assassination in 44 BCE abruptly ended her sojourn in Rome, and she returned to Egypt with Caesarion. Despite the political instability in Rome following Caesar's death, Cleopatra managed to maintain her power in Egypt. She had her co-ruler and brother Ptolemy XIV killed and installed her son Caesarion as her co-regent, securing her control over Egypt. Cleopatra's ability to navigate the treacherous political landscape of the time showcased her exceptional political acumen. Affair with Mark Antony. Following Caesar's assassination, Rome was plunged into turmoil, with power struggles between his successors. Cleopatra aligned herself with Mark Antony, one of Caesar's former allies and a member of the Second Triumvirate. Their relationship, like her previous one with Caesar, was a blend of romance and political alliance. Antony and Cleopatra's alliance was strengthened by their shared interests. Antony needed Egypt's wealth to fund his military campaigns, while Cleopatra sought his support to maintain her throne and Egypt's independence. Their relationship produced 3 children, the twins Alexander Helios and Cleopatra Selene, and a son, Ptolemy Philadelphus. Their union was both a political and romantic partnership. Antony granted Cleopatra territories in the eastern Mediterranean, which increased her kingdom's wealth and influence. However, this alliance also painted them as a formidable threat to Octavian, Caesar's heir and Antony's rival. Octavian used their relationship to rally Roman public opinion against Antony, depicting him as a man enthralled by an Eastern queen and betraying Roman values. The Battle of Actium and Downfall. The conflict between Antony and Octavian culminated in the Battle of Actium in 31 BCE. Cleopatra and Antony's combined forces faced Octavian's fleet in a decisive naval battle. Despite their considerable forces, Antony and Cleopatra were defeated due to strategic errors and possible internal betrayals. Following their defeat, Antony and Cleopatra retreated to Alexandria. Octavian pursued them, and their situation became increasingly desperate. In August 30 BCE, with Octavian's forces closing in, Antony, believing Cleopatra had already committed suicide, fell on his sword. Cleopatra, upon receiving the news of Antony's death, attempted to negotiate with Octavian. When it became clear that he intended to take her to Rome as a captive to be paraded in his triumph, she chose to end her life. Cleopatra's death marked the end of the Ptolemaic rule in Egypt and the beginning of Roman Egypt. According to popular legend, she committed suicide by allowing an asp, a venomous snake, to bite her. This dramatic end ensured her story would be remembered through the ages. Legacy and historical impact. Cleopatra's life and reign left an indelible mark on history. As the last pharaoh of Egypt, she represented the end of an era in ancient Egyptian history. Her political alliances and romantic liaisons with Julius Caesar and Mark Antony significantly influenced Roman politics and contributed to the eventual rise of the Roman Empire under Octavian, who became Augustus, the first Roman emperor. Cleopatra was also a patron of the arts and sciences. Under her rule, Alexandria remained a cultural and intellectual hub, home to the famous Library of Alexandria. Her reign is often seen as a final flourish of ancient Egyptian culture before it was absorbed into the Roman Empire. Her legacy endures in literature, art, and popular culture. Shakespeare's play Antony and Cleopatra and numerous films and novels have depicted her as a captivating and complex figure. Cleopatra's life continues to fascinate scholars and the general public, ensuring that her story is retold for generations. Conclusion. Cleopatra VII's life was a tapestry of power, romance, and tragedy. Her political acumen, strategic alliances, and romantic relationships with some of Rome's most powerful men made her a key figure in both Egyptian and Roman history. Despite the eventual downfall of her kingdom, Cleopatra's legacy as a cunning leader and a symbol of ancient Egypt's grandeur endures. Her story is a testament to her enduring impact on history, demonstrating how one woman's ambition and intelligence can shape the course of empires. Cleopatra's life, filled with dramatic twists and turns, remains a rich subject for historical exploration. Her legacy as Egypt's last pharaoh and her role in the political machinations of Rome highlight her significance as one of history's most influential women.